Hello friends, I am Himanshu Tripathi and I am representing here High Tech Institute of Engineering and Technology's Incubation Center. I welcome you all in the webinar on graphical programming using LabVIEW, and today's session's expert is Mr. Nitesh Pradhan. Now I would like to invite Nitesh Pradhan ji for continuing his session. Thank you.
Dhan from LabVIEW Programming. Today, whatever I will teach you next 30 minutes to 40 minutes, okay, you will learn about the LabVIEW Programming platform. Okay, I am going to teach you about the LabVIEW Programming platform. By using this LabVIEW Programming platform, you can design your projects, you can design the graphical user interfacing platform. So, whatever the window you are watching in your Windows, mobile phone, or your Zoom Windows, that is a LabVIEW working environment. LabVIEW is a short name of Laboratory Virtual Instrument Engineering Workbench. Okay, it is short name of laboratory. Okay, so name of this software is the LabVIEW. 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 So LabVIEW is a acronym of and short form of Laboratory Virtual Instrument Engineering Workbench. If you have any idea and you want to design your idea, okay, and you want to present your idea, so you can design that idea in the LabVIEW platform. What is the benefit if you will design? So if you want to design any hardware and you will go for the hardware in the initial phase, so you will waste your time, money, and your energy also, because if you will cut anything without proper manner, without any scaling, or without precision, okay, so that things will be waste for you. So first come on the LabVIEW like platform, design your idea, simulate your okay concepts, when and check it is working or not. If the things is fruitful and your idea is fruitful and your idea is working, so then go to the hardware section. By using, you can save your money, you can save your time, and you can save your energy. So LabVIEW is the world's highest advanced programming platform. It is most easiest programming platform because in the LabVIEW there is no any kind of error. Okay, if you use LabVIEW, so you will never encounter with any kind of error. Okay, you can use continuously, okay, but it will not crack. Okay, and it's just a software, so nobody can hack and nobody, okay. So and no syntax, you no need to follow any guidelines to design any program. So whatever you will think, okay, you can design the program according to your mindset, your stability of brain. So look at here, first we will, I am going to show you one example. So it is my project. Okay, it is 4R serial robot 3D simulations .vi. Okay, the project name, it is a 3D hand robot. Okay, 3D hands simulator. Okay, so when I will start this program, okay, there is my hand, there is my z axis, and there is my x axis. So there, sorry, there is y axis and x axis, there is theta. Okay, by using theta we can move its left to right. Okay, we can move it in the circle. Okay, so theta is the angle. Okay, so now uh, you have seen in the various movies and television shows, industry use this kind of, okay, hands for automations to reduce the human effort. Okay, and to shift one heavy metals to one platform to other platform. So this is same kind of the simulator, okay, idea we had designed. So by using by using y axis, okay, we can control, by using y axis we can control the joint. Okay, we can control the joints. Okay, and by using the theta we can control the rotation in the axis. Okay, so there are various kind of the joints and free joints. Okay, pivot joints, and there are various kind of the uh, freedom of the degree. Okay, so by using LabVIEW we had designed. Now I am going to show you the programming part of this program. So when you will come into the programming part, so this is the programming which we are using to rotate our hand. Okay, our robotics hand, to simulate our robotics hand, we are using this kind of programs. So there is no any kind of long syntax you need to write. Okay, no need to write a 50,000 20,000 code for a small simulations. Okay, there is a small program. Okay, in this program, this is a while loop, this is a while loop, this is string. So I will show you how we can use and okay, how we can use this while loop and string. Okay, I will show you 5 to 10 small examples right now. Okay, very small examples about to aware about the LabVIEW environment. After that, I will show you the last one experiment. What? Okay, that is the car background parking. Okay, that is open here, the car background parking. Okay, we will see this program in the last. So further, this is my LabVIEW environment. Okay, this is our LabVIEW environment. Okay, whatever you want to write and whatever you want to design, you will use always this LabVIEW environment. So the LabVIEW has two windows. This is a front panel and this is a block diagram. Front panel for the user interaction and front panel for the controlling anything. Whatever kind of laptop, system, mobile phone you used. Okay, so think about the laptop. Okay, so laptop has one keyboard and mouse. Okay, one keyboard and cursor platform, and another one is screen. So the keyboard, cursor and screen that comes under the front panel. Why? Because by using the keyboard, mouse, okay, user can give the input. User can give, it means you can give the inputs, and by using the screen you can get the output. Okay, so to control your laptop you can use the only you can use the mouse and keyboard, and to take your desired outputs you use the screen. So that is the front panel, and whatever the circuitry and whatever the connection is present inside the inside your laptop and PC, that's all those things comes under the block diagram. So to design anything block diagram and to design anything front panel, okay, we always need to right click. Whenever you will right click in front panel, so you will get some kind of controllers. So controllers mean by using this controllers you can give the input and you can take the outputs, because this is not only a controller, this is indicator also. In the field of LabVIEW, when we try to give anything, okay, we try to insert any input, so we say we are trying to give, okay, we are trying to control, so we use controller. Okay, and if you want to take any output, so we use indicators. Okay, when you will right click in block diagram, this is a programming platform, you will get large number of programs. Okay, different functions. By using these functions you can design your program. So let's see. First I am going to write I am going to show you the first program. Okay, let's see, just a small program for addition up to number. So for that I will right click here, I will come to the numeric and I will take a numeric control. This numeric control will generate numbers. Okay, this will generate infinite number from minus infinite to plus infinite. Okay, I will take again one more program, sorry, objects control. So the name, okay, B. After that I will take one indicators. Why I will take indicators? Because by using this indicator I will display my output. Okay, now right click. Now I will come to the block diagram, I will right click here, I will take one adder. So by using this adder, okay, so this is adder and my program is completed. To write this program, it didn't take more than 2 minutes. Okay, now I will run continuously, and whatever I will give the inputs, so it will generate the output as per my inputs. Okay, so 1 plus minus 3 is equal to minus 2 comes into the block diagram. Now you can see, okay, if you will click in the block diagram and you will hit the execution highlight button on the block diagram, then you will see the data which it passes through the nodes. Okay, so LabVIEW is a data flow programming platform, data dependency programming platform, and it is very easy. Okay, you have seen to write this program, okay, it's take only 2 minutes and no without error. Okay, now if I will, now I am showing you, let's design one function generator program. So for the function generator program, I will right click here, I will come to decoration, I will take this decoration box, increase the size, and I will try to give look just like a, okay, waveform generators. Okay, I will take a one waveform graph and I will place here. Okay, it is my waveform graph. Okay, now for the function generator, you know, you need one frequency. Okay, so it is for the frequency, FRQ, it is for the frequency. Okay, you know very well, you need one amplitude button also. So it is amplitude button. Okay, now I'm going to change the range of this amplitude. So change sorry, frequency. So now the frequency range is 100. Okay, now after that I need phase. Okay, I want to change phase. Okay, so it is my phase. So we know we need one stop button. Okay, we need one stop button, so I will take one stop button here. It is our stop button. Okay, it is an stop button. So by using this frequency, okay, by using this frequency, this phase, this stop button, I will control this waveform. Okay, because I am going to generate design one function generator. I will take one vertical. Okay, and I will divide it into the two part. Okay, so it is now it is my block diagram where I will design my code. Here I will write my code to control to design this function generator. Okay, I will take one for loop because for loop will run in finite time. Okay, till the condition will not satisfy, this for loop will run. Okay, after that I will come here and I will take the waveform generators. Okay, so here I have one signal processing platform, their waveform generators platform, the basic function generator I will take. Okay, when I will write, so it will give the name basic function generator. Okay, it's a function which will generate a signal. Okay, it's a function which will generate the signal as per my requirement. So now I will right click here. Okay, and I will press Ctrl H. When I will press Ctrl H, it will open one context cell which will give the basic information about my function generators. So now you can see this amplitude, first one frequency, amplitude, then phase. Okay, after that there is signal types. So now I am going to connect my frequency with frequency. I am going to connect the amplitude with the amplitude and phase with the phase. Okay, now after that I will connect this output with the waveform graph. Now here there is one signal type. Okay, so to define the signal type, I will not come here and I will not write any code or I will not define any object in the front panel. I will just right click here. Okay, I will come to this create control platform. When I will click the create control platform, it will generate one signal type. Okay, now because I know the speed of my, because I know the simulation speed of my computer is very high, so to reduce the speed of CPU, okay, speed of CPU, reduce the speed of CPU, I will use wait function, and I will use the wait function and I will give the 125 millisecond, which is common human readable speed. Okay, 125 millisecond is a human readable speed, so I will use. Now I will run my program. So look at here, it is start. Okay, the sine wave now. Okay, so to show proper sine wave, I will increase the amplitude and I will increase the frequency. Okay, so it is my basic function generator. Now if I want to change the signal, okay, if I want to change the frequency, so I can increase the frequency. Okay, if I want to increase the amplitude, so I can increase the amplitude. Okay, if you want to change the signal type, so click here. It is sawtooth signal, square signal, triangular signal, sine waveform. Let's decrease the frequency. Okay, if I want to change the phase here, okay, 90-degree shift. If I want to change the 90-degree phase shift, so it is 90 degrees shifted. So now it is cos waveform, not sine. Okay, because I have shifted it 90 degree. Okay, So it is a basic programming platform by using okay, and this is just a small program. Okay, to you have seen I need only I take only 5 to 6 minutes to design this function generator. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some another example. Okay, so if you want to save this program, so just press Ctrl S and you can save it. Okay, if you want to save, then you can just press Ctrl S and you can save your program. Okay, and if you want to write new program, so you can press the Control and Control T. New windows, programming windows will open for you. Okay, if you want to design a report generation, okay, let's discuss about the different kind of signals. Okay, or the control system concept, different kind of signal and programming. So I will first design one name. Okay, I will right click here, I will come to the string. There's one functions. Now I want to rotate my name. NITES Nitesh PRADHAN Pradhan. This is okay. I want to rotate this string. Okay, so for that I will write some code. I will first count the string length. Okay, after that I will take one for loop which help me to rotate my name. After that I will take one functions. Okay, rotate string function. Okay, so now you will see it will rotate my sorry now we'll see it will rotate my name. Okay, continuously. To control the speed I will use again timing. Okay, it is wait time. Okay, 123 millisecond delay. Let's start. Okay, if I will run continuously, so it will rotate my name. Okay, it's my challenge if you want to design this program. Okay, it's my challenge if you want to design this program by using C. So you need to write 200 codes at least, 200 line at least. Okay, now I'm going to show you if whenever you write a message. Okay, whenever you write a message by using a text and you want to send your message over the internet, over the network channel. Okay, so at that time how the message, okay, how the message behave and how it's encrypted. Okay, when we try to send our message with the carrier signal, so how it look like, let's see. So for that I will use this string path function, sorry, string function, and here I will write my name NITESH Nitesh PRADHAN Pradhan. Okay, so now I want to send my name over the transmission network and I want to see how it will look like when it will go with the carrier signal. So for that I will come here, I will take one functions. There is a one functions. The function will convert my characters into the numbers. Why? Because we know very well and it is a universal truth, string is just a concatenated representation of ASCII characters. Okay, concatenated representation of ASCII characters, because computer doesn't okay, he don't understand about the n, what is I, what is t, he only understand about the numbers. So let's see how it's, so how number will look. So computer will okay, so now computer will generate these ASCII characters. Okay, this ASCII characters with respect to my name. Okay, now I will use some arrangement and I will convert it into the bit numbers. So for that I will use one for loop. Loop is the most important thing for the programming language. If you have command on the loop, so you can break anything, okay, and you can convert anything. So now I will use the number to array. So I will convert it into the first binary, okay, by using this arrangement. Okay, by using this arrangement, I will break into the binary. Okay, wait, I will break into the binary. So the output which I will, okay, so output which this function will generate, that will show us the arrangement in the binary. Let's see. So just because it is 8-bit programming, okay, 8-bit memory I had choose, okay, so it's showing me 8-bit. So it is 78, it is 105, okay, it is 116, okay. So now we had converted my name to the binary number. Okay, now I will try to transfer my binary name. Okay, I want to multiply my binary name with the carrier signal. Okay, for that I will come here, come into the signal processing. I will take a sine waveform. It will generate my carrier frequency. Okay, to control that carrier frequency, I will take this knob. Okay, its frequency it will generate. I will connect this way, okay, with this. Sorry. Now I will take one waveform graph which will show me the signal. Okay, modulated signal. Let's see. Wait 1 second. There is one functions. By using these functions, I can control anything. And these are the very basic and only a small functions. Okay. So let's see. If I will run, so it's look like, okay, so my name is look like this. If I will increase the frequency, so it will change. Okay, so the signal what you are, okay, so this signal is my name. Okay, if I will change, if I will enter Nitesh Pradhan living in Delhi, so you will see the changes. Okay, so whatever the signal is okay, so this signal is just based on my name. So by using the LabVIEW, you can design your mechanical motions like things. You can design automations. Okay, in the current time, there is near about 4,000 companies in the world. They are using the LabVIEW. In India, ISRO, DRDO, Delhi Metro, okay, RMRI Research Center, okay, and near about all IIT and NIT using the product of National Instruments for their PhD scholars, for their research, okay, because the programming language is very easy. You have seen there is no error, nothing. It's generating the outputs. So programming language is very easy, okay. The LabVIEW programming is very easy, and you can generate whatever you want. Programming, okay, students think the programming means the programming language. No, programming is just a stability of your brain. Then you can select any language. If you are good in programming, then go for the, okay, C++. If you are not good in programming, so come to LabVIEW, because LabVIEW give you that independency. Okay, you can do anything without any programming background. If you are not good in programming, so come into the LabVIEW platform. If you are good in the programming, so don't come in the LabVIEW platform. Go to the Python, Java, and others. Okay. So let's see our last example. So this one is my last example, and example is this one is car parking. Okay, background car parking concepts. So here it is my parking slots. Okay, and this is my garage. I want to park automatically. I want to park my car automatically inside the garage. Okay, So I have designed this platform. I had written some code for this. When I will run, okay, what is the initial position? Look at here. So initial position is 2.0, 2.0. Okay. So if I will hit the run button, so my car will come into the initial position, which is 2.0, 2.0. Okay. When I will click this fuzzy controller, so my car will move. It will select the path and it will automatically park inside the garage. Okay. If I will stop this one and if I will change the value, okay, 8, okay, and I will run, so car is present here. If I will change the value into the 0, 0.0, so my car is present here. If I will activate, okay, so this is a kind of programming environment. Okay, yesterday I had designed one small program. By using that program you can convert your text into voice. Let's see how. Okay, wait up just a minute. .net. I will use the .net architectures to design this program, and you know .net is the product of macro. Okay, so I will use this Microsoft .net framework structure to design my program. It will take 1 minute to upload. Every time if you want, okay, in this time there is the framework architecture is, okay, 4.7. So we will use the .net framework architecture 4.000. Okay, now look at here. Okay, now I will choose the accessibility 4.000. Why? Because in this time the latest architecture is .net architecture is 4.7.1. So I will come here and I will target the system speech because I want to convert my text into speech. Okay, so there is one system speech. Okay, wait, there the system speech modules. So where the system, this one, system speech modules. After that I will synthesize. Okay, I will use this synthesize. Okay, I will use the speech synthesizer to synthesize my text. So there is speech synthesizer, I will use this one. Okay, wait, okay, now I will again press .net. Okay, I will take the invoke node. It's just a programming language, and now I will connect both of these. I will come here and I will select the string to, okay, string text to speech. Now here I will take one string. I will connect this one. So now my program is ready. When I will run it,
Hello,
okay,
welcome.
I am your host Nitesh. If I will run,
I am your host, Nitesh.
okay, Control R.
I am your host, Nitesh.
Okay, so you can design, you can modify your idea. Okay, using the LabVIEW, and you have seen it's a very easy, very easiest programming platform. Okay, so now time to come sign out. So thank you. Okay, if you want to learn this program, this LabVIEW program, so you can contact to Himanshu Tripathi sir.
Thank you, friends, for watching our video. And in case you feel any problem or in case you have any query, please feel free to write us at iedc@hit.org. And keep on watching our YouTube channel for more such webinars and technical videos.